I know you're covering this, and I know you got to get out of here, man. Tell everybody how.
Dang, Pascal, wait! I was really trying to get you in on this conversation about the baby.
But he's got it.
And
DaNiLeigh. Oh, wait.
And I ain't talking about DaBaby. I ain't talking about the baby.
I got like 2 minutes. You can jump into it real quick. I got 2 minutes.
Okay, all right. Let's do it.
Because I got
Rebecca.
I got things to say. Go ahead.
Okay.
So yesterday we played the wrong clip. I'm hoping, Josh and I are hoping that we have the right one today.
How do you have the wrong clip? It's so
right. Look, all I say, there were like 50,000 of them. So all of them apply. I don't even know what clip you played yesterday, but all of those clips apply. Whatever clip you have, let's roll it real quick.
Mm-hmm. I'm not trying to be. Listen.
You're not. He's a great father. Okay. And you know that, Danny. Okay. He's a great father, right? Okay. He's a great father. Okay. No, he's a great father, right? Sure.
She's a crazy.
Pregnant.
You wasn't my girl.
I wasn't your girl. Danny.
Danielle.
I wasn't your girl.
You ain't never been my girl.
His brother is right there.
My brother.
He call me his girl all the time.
I had that fold out, man.
That's funny.
This is some trapper black shit playing gone wrong.
Yeah.
That's what this is.
Stop fucking
Yeah, this is trying to trap a going wrong. I'm not going.
Are you crazy? You just came at me last night, you idiot.
Shout it, you beg me. You be begging me.
Last night, you idiot.
This some jail. Hey, somebody tell Maury to call baby, man. Let me run up a quick 10M.
Yeah, okay. Don't ever
let me run up a quick 10M. Somebody tell Maury to get on Maury. Shorty is more material. Get up out my crib. Come on, get off my table.
No, get off live.
This don't come out here.
Oh my god.
Get up off my table, shorty.
Oh my god, no.
Get off my table.
I'm stuck. Hey, help.
You're such a fucking dick.
Help. Hey.
That was my second time seeing that video, and I still get bad anxiety about it. But Pascal, you're leaving, so please tell me how you feel. Here
it is. Don't make permanent choices with temporary people.
Come on, Shapa.
I'm sorry. This is the truth. You know for a fact who you're lying in bed with. So if you know that, you should not be surprised about the end result. No offense.
Come on, somebody.
I'm just saying with DaniLeigh, and also here it is, she should have just left. Like she shouldn't have stayed on that feed because it just made her look worse. You got to realize that this guy was going in he went to the very extreme extent to make it abundantly clear that they were not together anymore. He wanted to annihilate, he destroyed that relationship in that one stream.
Yeah.
They're both totally in the wrong. And I feel so bad. I'm praying for the child. Real talk. Because those are the parents. Those are the parents, y'all. You know,
it's so crazy.
The parent. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. The toxicity it showed in that baby's face that wasn't supposed to be shown at all, but it showed the uncomfortableness in that baby's face. And this is going to be on the internet forever for this baby to witness forever.
I got some words to say about this sister right here.
Yeah.
Right there with the glasses.
Oh, that's a paycheck. That's a paycheck. She's
but it needed to be said for legal reasons because they kept, and she didn't even know because she's lost in the moment. DaniLeigh is lost in the moment. She didn't even understand that if it's recorded that she is saying that he is a great father, then he has that as proof. She said I was a great father. So that's why that was being forced on her in that moment. But DaniLeigh doesn't even know because he's belittling her. She has been pushed to the edge. And I hear what you're saying, don't make, Dan, you got to go. But listen, don't make, what is it? What'd you say? Temporary? No, but what was it?
Permanent choices with temporary people.
Now, in the moment when you can meet a little beady head, black, white, purple, yellow, or whatever, man, woman, or whatever, you could meet that person and they are a great actor. And you have already opened yourself up, right? With opened yourself up to somebody who showed you that they had the intentions. Working on a relationship is not a bad thing, right? Because that's what people do. Grown people work on their relationships, their issues together. After working on something, the person comes back and tells you, hey, I want to do this. I want to do this to be with you, whatever the case may be. Sometimes you already love them enough and put that trust in them. And you don't even know that you're being a fool in that moment because this person is showing you that they are ready to go. Then that turn of a corner, you're not ready for that turn. You're not ready for that turn of events. You didn't know that this turn of events was coming, right? And boom, that's where she was. But she was already in the moment where she was so in love. She has this baby. She thinks that this is the way to go, especially being so young as a first-time mom, thinking that letting everything go because he promised her this is the way to go, because she was already in her mind thinking, he loves me, he loves me, he loves me, he loves me. Sometimes you get so emotionally messed up with an emotional, immature person that you and that person, it ain't gonna work because you're looking for this person to change and be that person that he was when you first met. But she has to go through and do the work. She isn't there yet, but she has to go through and do the work where she realizes this person is never going to change. Yes, this is my baby's father. This is DaBaby's father, but this is not going to work. She has to go through that. And I don't know if this is the time. And I know everybody was saying she should have left. When you're in those moments and it's very toxic and you're with a narcissistic person who has already made those, who has already got you in some kind of way mentally, right? I'm not saying it's all his fault. I'm not saying it's all her fault, but a narcissist knows what to play on. And he's probably done this before where she stayed, but so that's all she's used to doing. It's all she knows. So she just thought, damn, this is something that blew up. This is something that happened to us before, but now the whole world sees it, but she's so used to staying. And he did not change what he was doing. He just went even harder. He went even harder. Why? Because the world was watching. And this is where I have the issue with a lot of these men. Now, there's so much.
Rebecca, hold it there, just because I want to give Pascal one more opportunity.
It's all good.
To escape. Okay, all right.
Hey, Rebecca, I'm with you all day on this whole situation because this is just toxic as hell. The toxicity in this one is so bad. I don't even know what to do with myself with this particular video. But
we felt bad for DaniLeigh. We felt bad for her.
Why? I'm curious. I am curious. Why? What culpability does she have in this clip from y'all perspective? What did she do wrong in this clip?
To me, it's not that.
Stay. Had the baby with him. Had the baby with the baby. You know what I mean?
So yes. Yeah.
Okay. Because I didn't know maybe there was some backstory that I didn't see.
No, well, because he actually was charged with assault as well. He called the police on her. Yes, he called the police on her, and yes, he did. And that sucks. Do we believe in postpartum? Because if we believe in postpartum, we have to see that in this moment as well. A narcissist with a woman who just had a baby.
Can I just offer something just momentarily because you're I'm not saying this to insult you. I'm saying this because you go through due diligence to be fair. Okay, you're giving baby too much credit here in terms of you're not. It's not this difficult. Little baby's a bitch for this. I'm sorry.
Not little baby. Let's be clear. It's DaBaby. Little baby's
DaBaby. Ooh baby. Sue baby. Do baby. Wop up.
No, I 100% agree. He is a bitch. What I'm saying is
this. But I just want to just give you this and then run with it. It's that sister. DaniLeigh. Two things. DaniLeigh. Child support. That's all I'm gonna say. You get the last laugh, child support courts. Don't get no more charges because that's going to mess you up in your case.
Yeah.
And then the second thing is DaBaby, you're not going to be famous forever, my man. Your music ain't that good. It's good. Fact. I enjoy it. But there's going to be a time when we're going to be like DaBaby who, and the people that you stepped on while you're at the top are going to be the people. You're making yourself DaniLeigh's footstool. You made yourself her enemy. Now God's got to make you her footstool.
Yeah. And so, go ahead, Pascal, because you're about to leave. Say your piece.
He's been trying to. I feel like he's been trying to sabotage himself for the longest for a while now since the Rolling Loud incident and on. This does not make him. That does not make him. This does not make him look any better. This just makes him look like an F boy even more now. But the thing is, that's what I'm trying to say. She been known that this guy was an F boy, even when she got into bed with him. Here's the thing: she got pregnant. He left her. Then she brought him. She took him back. So she took him back. So she already knew what bed she was about to lie in. So this should not be a huge surprise. Now I get it when you're growing a child, when you're, you got that baby in the oven and is it baking and all that stuff, and you're sitting there with that person, with DaBaby, for example, he's sitting there going, I'm going to give you the best, such and such that you ever need. I got you back, all that kind of stuff. Sure.
Have a baby by me, baby, be a millionaire.
Of course, you're going to sit there and think that you guys are partners in, raising this child, but that's only it. That's it. Partners in raising that child. Mm-hmm. Now she's got this harsh reality that's been thrown in her face, and he did some petty ass ish. Real talk.
Mm-hmm. With some real petty stuff.
But he was desperate. He was desperate to try to get her the hell out of that house. Could it be just because he just wanted his own freedom? Could it be a new chick? We don't know. But all I know is that he he went above and beyond for no reason. He went too far.
That's a horrible position, Rebecca. I know what you're talking about. All right, Pascal. Hey, man, everybody tune in to the Pascal Show. He's going over there. Thanks so much for joining us, brother.
No problem, man.
Bye,
Thank
Pascal.
You
See you.
Stay blessed, y'all.
See you later. Bye.
See, I knew once we broached that subject, we were going. I was like, Pascal, you got to be kidding me, man. You're not going to get this in before 10 o'clock.
Yeah. So, no, to be clear and to be fair and to be honest, listen, I need you guys to understand narcissism is a really evil thing. And I'm not for somebody, she left him. He left her. So she left. She went and got her own thing. There was a lot of positive things going on in her life, even while she was pregnant. But a narcissist, a true narcissist who's already has their nails into someone. He saw her being great and asked her to come back. And she said she kept it. When you're dating someone and you are afraid to put that information out there, it's in the wrong, but you want to see if it's going to work yourself. She never put out until he put out just yesterday. I mean, we all knew. I saw the signs that they were still dating, but I'm saying, guys, we have to look at the bigger picture here. This is a woman who just had a baby. I get that she made those decisions that she made. This is also somebody that we were upset with when she made Yellowbone, saying that the dark-skinned women that he was with, his dark-skinned baby mothers, are not what he wanted, and the Yellowbone is what he's wanted. Let's talk about that point of narcissism. He gassed her up to do that song and say it's okay. Now
left her ass up there looking crazy.
Exactly. So many times he had left her. And yes, she should have left. How many times? And I could look at a woman and a man in this particular situation. How many times have we all have a story of that one somebody that we went back to 1,017,000 times until we were like, hell no, I can't do this no more. This is not going to work for me. So she hasn't gotten to that. This is not going to work for me place. So it's easy for people to say, why did you stay? Why did you do that? Why did you do that? And I hear Pascal's point. I know that point, but I also, when she sat there on her live and made that prayer and said, God, I love this man, but God, please don't let me come back. When you got to make a prayer like that, you know, it's a stuck point that you are at, on top of being postpartum, on top of that.
So no doubt. If I can cut in there super quick.
You can.
So obviously, like, this is a charged topic because I think a lot of people can identify with almost like every side of this particular, situation. But I think the thing that that jumps, because I have no idea about any of this. I'm literally, I obviously listen to a few of the DaBaby songs, but I don't know about his situation. I don't know what's going on with him. Like I obviously heard about, the whole thing at the concert. So I'm coming to this like fresh, like literally watching this clip right now was my first time seeing it. But what I see is, something that I'm trying to pay attention to more, which is narratives, right? That people are trying to craft their own narratives. And I feel like that's, and DaBaby might obviously be like a narcissist or what have you, but as he was taping that, I felt like he was trying to craft his own narrative, right? He was trying to, hey, this is what's going on right now. Now, the whole thing could have been taken out of context, and, there could have been a lot of things that clearly happened before and happened after to paint it in a different light. But I feel like when you're trying to craft your own narrative, this is what happens, right? When two people are trying to, especially if they're in the public eye, this is what the case is going to lay out to be when they're not seeing eye to eye. You see two people who everybody's going to choose their side. Oh, we're on the baby side, or we're on her side. But in reality, it's their situation. There's probably so many things that we don't know, that we have no idea about, but we're going to make our own judgments about it because we're that's what we do as the public.
But we can relate to some part of it.
But I can tell you this though. I can tell you this much: there's no matter what I'm going through, no matter how complicated my backstory is, am I going to do that to my baby mama? Just not. I don't mean I got to be with you. Don't mean I got to date with you. But I'm not going to put you on blast. I'm not going to embarrass you. Like, I might break up I might do you dirty. I'm not a good person, but I am not going to put you on Beyonce's internet and laugh at your sorrow. That's next level gaslighting, and that's some dangerous. You know what? She might need to look at this as, this is your escape route. Get the hell out of there. Just run.
Yeah. He's very disrespectful, and this is a toxic situation we can see on both sides. She's very, and she is a very young woman who thought that she was in love. And many times, like I said, there are stories told and untold. When I see this, we can all relate, like you said, from each and every side of it. There are baby fathers who can relate and may watch this and maybe a clip of this. There's so many clips to this one thing. But there's baby fathers who can, or fathers who can watch this and say, I've been through this, because I've watched in my own circle of friends and family where the mother's child has been somebody who's been a narcissist, somebody who's been nasty, somebody who's been that. And, the fathers have had to record so that they are not put in situations where they're going to jail or those kind of things. And I've also seen so many times in relationships where, one party can be very controlling, very a narcissist, and where it's hard for someone to leave when the person has presented themselves as one thing and then has healed, has showed that they've healed and they were able to work through it, and then flip the cards on them in the middle of nowhere. And to be put on the social media, and that's one thing I don't like about our generation today, to be put on social media in a way where these issues are they're projecting these issues on everybody. And they're creating these narratives to save themselves. Right after the video was taken, in less than 10 minutes, there was a post put up, a statement put up about the situation from DaBaby himself. So it's almost, you can say this is something that could have been planned, because he did want to rap for whatever reason. But all I say is, all in all, in relationships, I hope that we learn to see the signs early on so that we aren't in a stuck place mentally, so that we can, we have some level of emotional maturity. But it is hard. Once you are already in it, it is hard to just say, I am leaving. It is difficult.
Well, I do want to offer this as a piece of advice because this type of behavior, I've seen this type of behavior in relationships, but I've also seen this type of behavior in corporate America. And I've also seen this type of behavior in activist spaces. There are gaslighters of the highest order out there who behave this exact same way that you saw DaBaby acting, in the sense of controlling that narrative. Babatunde, if you pull up, do you have that image of the statement that he put out afterwards? Because based on this statement, you would think that, you would not believe your own lying eyes. We watched the video. We saw how he antagonized the situation, and whatever culpability the sister had in it, whatever the case, we know that this, what we're seeing on the screen, is a little small for me. Let me see if I can make it bigger so I can read. This narrative here, Rebecca, let me read it. He said, this is DaBaby, and this is his statement. I would like to swiftly remove myself from any of the hostile behavior put on display moments ago. This here thing has gone far enough for Shawty to crash out on her own, and it saddens me because I still got a queen to raise. The last hour has been documented for my safety and business done based on my reputation, with multiple threats of setting up a internet scheme and a person refusing to not let me go. Me and somebody else here knew to record her. I done been beat on and yelled at and chased around like one of them fatal love attraction type of girls, but I knew to keep it together. And he goes on and on and on. I don't doubt. I don't know, because I haven't been there. Maybe what he's saying is true, but that clip that we saw, I don't know. I don't get that vibe.
No, it could have been true. It could be true. We don't know. Like I said, we're not there. Like Tune just said, it's the narrative that one creates, and that's what he created. She has never said anything about this man who, if he was her child's father, anything. She kept that under wraps because it's an embarrassment. You know, you be dating somebody and you know they're an embarrassment when you don't want to show them. Okay, when you don't want family and friends to really know, when you've possibly been disowned by your own because of what they saw you go through, and you can't really see that, and you're trying to give the person another chance, it happens. But he's the one that put that all on blast in one night. Put it all. Showed DaBaby's face, which she did not show at all. Her daughter's face. He ended up showing the child's face, having this, being the leader of this conversation. Now, all those things may have happened, but the things that I see here is somebody who is going through postpartum. She just had this baby. He moved her in himself. And so she posted up all the receipts herself of them being.
I'm sorry. He moved her into the house, and he just told her to get out of.
He moved her in. Yes, he moved her in. She left her own home. He moved her in, and all these things are happening now. She showed all the receipts of them being in the relationship this whole entire time. She did. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. Because like I said, it's social media. I just hate to see it unfolding in this manner. There are so many of us who can relate to this. All of us, like I said, men and women. And the narcissist could be a man or a woman. Let's not get it twisted. That's right. The crazy can be a man or a woman. The mentally unhealthy could be a man or a woman. Both of them are toxic. Both of them are in this whole situation. Even in that statement,
how old are they, by the way? How old?
In their 20s, I think she's like 25 or something like that. But even in this particular situation, Ben, in that statement that you read, he was promoting his tour. So if you want to talk about narratives, you can talk about that. Secondly, she said she put up a picture of why he kicked her out, and it was because she purchased a plan B. She got a plan B to the house. She knows getting pregnant by him again is going to be a crazy situation because this man is sick. And she knows that, she needs to get to a mental healthy place where she can leave. And so she's like, you are having sex with me unprotected, and you're telling me about a Maury situation. You're calling me just a woman that is a side chick. Or those kind of things. And that is not true. Yeah. That is not true. Especially
that was scientifically, that's a scientifically targeted statement to trigger her. He said that exact phrase to get her out of character, to make her look crazy. She said
that he was upset because she brought the plan B over. Now, and that's what kills me. If that is true, that's what kills me. Women. And this is why I say, it does suck, because a lot of women who want to have their kids but know that they're having kids with a crazy person do resort to getting an abortion. Because hell no, that's my experience. It's my story. No, I already know. But there are some women who won't and who won't because that's their belief. They will not have an abortion, and that's okay too. But now they're stuck with these kind of men. But that doesn't make you just leave the situation. And when you are at a place where you can leave it, because you will still be able to raise your child and be a great mother.
It's hard. It's hard when you are young and you're getting money for the first time in your life and you're famous. And you got DaBaby, who got all these hits out here, and he thorough. Like, I'm thinking about every other word that I'm saying. Like, is this dude gonna pull up on me? Like he pulled up on that dude, Neiman Marcus. You saw the video of DaBaby laying that boy out in Neiman Marcus. So you got this bigger than life character who obviously DaniLeigh's or whatever, Leah, whatever, is going to be attracted to. And what I'm trying to figure out is, at the end of the day, is it all worth it to do it all over again? Because it's going to be the next DaBaby. There's going to be the next situation. There's going to be the next young sister who's in that same scenario. It might be the ex young brother who's in a scenario with somebody who's gaslighting you the way DaBaby was just gaslighting Danny. You never know.
Yeah, I mean, I think so. I can kind of relate to this. So not obviously this crazy.
You a baby daddy?
No, not I. But the whole idea of being in kind of a toxic relationship. Yeah, I should start playing some Shaggy. No, but being in this sort of toxic relationship. But one thing that I feel like is a little overlooked is that age. So you said Danny was like 25 or something like that. Yeah. And DaBaby's like, he's I think close to 30, right?
He's 30. He's 30.
He's 30.
Yeah.
So when you have that sort of age difference, like I remember, the person I was dating, she was older, and I just remember that playing such a factor in terms of like I was coming into it with these sort of rose-colored lenses, but not seeing all the manipulating things that she was doing along the way. And I think that you just need to seeing her on that video. I see somebody who, and I think when other people look at it, they look at it like just leave, because honestly, you just need to create distance so you can gain some perspective yourself. Like no matter what's going on, just leave so that you can clear your mind, so you can start seeing things clearly, because there's a good chance years after that she'd be like, what the hell was I thinking? Like what was
go through that. She'll go through that. And you're right. Just leaving isn't always an option, though. He pulled her in when away from her family. So she had nobody there. So she was getting her assistant to get all that stuff together. But I also think something in her thought, he needs to apologize to me, because that's what she's used to. Like I said, she's not in a mentally healthy place. She's a brand new mom as well. Imagine going through that, being dragged, not wanting to get, having the fears of getting pregnant by this man again, then being dragged because you are using contraceptives in your way so that you won't get pregnant again. And he gets upset about that and blasts you all over social media about that. Just leaving isn't always it when you're not in a mentally healthy place, but she will come to a place where just leaving is it. I think that was recently. Hopefully this is where it sticks, because we even saw with the Chris Brown and Rihanna situation, when she when it was in the physical altercation with him, she didn't just leave. She came back, and we were all looking like, how can she be with him? She wasn't in a mentally stable place. But I think after being with him in that brief moment, she left the situation because she knew this ain't it for me. We all have that moment. And I don't think DaniLeigh has reached hers yet. Hopefully this is the pinnacle, because she's been back and back and back a few times. Hopefully this is it. But I pray for both of them. More so, I don't really care for her. I don't like with the whole yellow bone situation. But as a woman,
that's in the back of my mind right now.
Seeing that, but as a woman seeing that, sweetie, yellow bone isn't really what he likes. Okay. Yeah, he may have treated you better than the other ones, but sis, nobody is above a narcissist and his disrespect. He's going to use you and abuse you. And we saw that's what happened here.
Drop the mic.
Stop it right there. Because apparently it wasn't the yellow bones. My God, today.
Yeah.
We can call it a day here. I can give you 8 minutes back in your day, Rebecca, if you like them.
Yes, I got to put up this Christmas tree. I got to work. I got to eat, because yesterday I didn't even. I feel like I'm getting a little too slim. I got to keep that ass up. Now, I love you guys so much. I hope that you guys have an amazing day. I felt like it was a Friday. And let me tell you something. I'm going to give you guys a quote before I leave. And this is a quote straight from Lettucey last night. I had to type it in my phone because it was so strong for me. She was talking about a grown woman and how a grown woman, when she's messing with a man that don't do her right, and finally gets to the point where she gets all dressed up and she's looking at herself in the mirror and she says to herself, he didn't deserve this anyway. She said, that's how you love yourself. You remember who you are. So when you finally get that moment and you leave, start loving on yourself and remember who you are in that moment. Okay. Because you are that. You are exactly that. You're amazing. You're loved. You deserve to be treated as such. Okay. No narcissist can control you, or he has ownership or she has ownership over you. You love yourself. You deserve better, and you will have that.